Raise your hand if you have a phone and you use it every day. Pretty much everybody, right? Now raise your hand if you've read a book in the past year. In the past month. Or even in the past week. Do you see the contrast there? In a time where half the world's population have smartphones, is there any need for books? I mean, I know I love my phone. I love Snapchat, Instagram, and of course, TikTok. But so does everybody. Studies show that in 2017, 1/3 of all 18-year-olds in the US spent more than 6 hours a day on their phone. In the same time period, with the same people, their average of reading outside of school or work was only 16 minutes. That is more than a 5-hour difference. And even more shocking was that 1/4 of the people surveyed hadn't read one book in the past year. Now, this is shocking to me because I've always loved to read. Aged 8, my favorite teacher, Mr. Finucane, would give out to me because I would finish my work as quickly as I could so I could take my book out from under the table where I had it hidden so I could read it. Mr. Finucane was great. He encouraged me to read, and when I left his class, he would always lend me new books to broaden my horizons. While I was lucky enough to develop a love of books early on and to have that love encouraged, I know a lot of people haven't been as fortunate as I have. Technology is changing the way we read, but this isn't necessarily for the worse. Take audiobooks, for example, a marriage of books and technology. Audiobooks have been proven to do so much. But first, let's look at the data in terms of reading. According to the Pediatric Department of Boston University, reading out loud to kids enhances sound manipulation, literacy and language skills, and the real benefit came from the conversations that so ironic, I'm reading from it and I'm still not getting it right. It's really taking away from the whole point of my talk. But so reading out loud to kids enhances sound manipulation, literacy and language skills, and the real benefit came from the conversations that occurred after the reading and the emotional interactions throughout. It is proven that teenagers who read outside of school do better in school. Reading improves social skills, vocabulary and writing skills, and it helps them process more complex ideas. For adults, reading is proven to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. And for children, teenagers, and adults, reading is proven to increase empathy, which is something that we all need more of in today's world. Reading is also found to decrease stress by up to 68%, which is more so than any other relaxation method, such as drinking a cup of tea or listening to music. Now, back to audiobooks. Audiobooks are mainly listened to by young people. 48% of listeners are under 35, and 29% of people use their phones to listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks improve pronunciation, fluency in language, time management, critical listening skills, focus, and attention span. They're also very beneficial for people with learning disabilities. Audiobooks improve fluency, comprehension, and confidence. Podcasts, too, are increasing in popularity. It seems like everybody is making podcasts these days. There are millions of types of podcasts to listen to on every single topic imaginable. This enables you to learn about anything at any time you want. For example, I've just started studying economics, and podcasts such as the David McWilliams podcast have enabled me to learn and to understand it better. Books have always been important. Books have been burned, books have been banned, and books have been hidden. Books have been treasured, collected into great works of art that we still have today. Books have been a historical record of times gone by, and the books written today will forever outlast us. Books have something to say. If they didn't, books wouldn't have been burned by the Nazis or banned by governments. Take Animal Farm by George Orwell, which is a book that we learn in school. It is a political commentary on Stalin's Russia that simply couldn't have been said outright at the time. While social media can fuel revolutions quickly or raise awareness of issues, it simply does not have the same depth that books do. Again, take Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. This is a dystopian novel in which women become properties of the state, and it is another book that has inspired revolution and protest, but it has the depth where social media does not. Social media and phones encourage us to be broad but shallow, while books can make us a centimetre wide and a mile deep. So, it may seem like you just don't have the time for reading, or books just aren't your thing, but you can make the time and you can make them your thing. Use audiobooks, use technology. Technology is encouraging us, and it is inspiring us, and it is allowing for reading to become more accessible to everybody across the board. I feel that this is a really important thing, and honestly, it's so beneficial in every single way. Teachers, professors, I urge you to use podcasts, use audiobooks in the classroom. You will see the results. And for all of you, when you go home today, I ask you, pick up a book, listen to an audiobook, listen to a podcast. You will see the results. Thank you.